Hello! Hi, VIPKID teachers. How are you today? I wanted to go live because I just am so excited about this workshop I just took. So, as you know, there's workshops that you can take as a VIPKID teacher to enhance your teaching and to teach you new things. And I took a workshop today about the festival that is happening this week in China. It's called the Mid-Autumn Festival. So, it was run by a VIPKID teacher and a Lingo Bus teacher. They're both Chinese and they know all about the culture and the festival and how it applies to teachers. So it's really, really beneficial. And I would say you should go sign up for it, but I think that was the last one. So keep the workshops on your radar for the future because they're so helpful, and they gave me ideas that I can immediately do in my classroom. I can immediately apply right away in my classroom. So the first thing is they taught us what it's about, what the festival is about. And the overarching theme of the festival is reunion and harmony and getting back together with family and friends and Valentine's. They said your love interests. So that was kind of cool. The theme is very positive and uplifting, and every festival has a big legend behind it, and they went through this whole story, and I'm not going to summarize it because I know I won't do it justice, but just know that there's a very well-known story behind the festival that everybody knows in the Chinese culture. Everybody knows the story. It's as common as they said. It's as common as Cinderella in our culture. So you might hear bits and pieces of that in your classes. So the second thing they talked about was they went through all the 4 major festivals, which was so interesting to me because we as teachers, we see our schedules, fluctuate with the Chinese holidays. And I've always told my referrals, your bookings are at the whim of Chinese holidays that you don't even understand. So it was kind of interesting to learn more about it just for my own personal knowledge, curiosity. So there's 4 main festivals. There's a spring festival, January 1st. Which is funny to me because I'm in Minnesota and January 1st is the dead of winter, but they call it the Spring Festival. There's the Tomb Sweeping Festival, and that is a more serious, somber one where they pay attention to their ancestors who have passed away. And then there's the third one is the Dragon Boat Festival. That's in May. And the fourth big one is this one in September. And they call it Mid-Autumn because it's the middle of the lunar calendar. So it's all based on the cycles of the moon. So every year the timing is a little bit different. Kind of like how we celebrate Easter, and the day of Easter can move depending on the calendar, the lunar calendar. So that was really interesting to me. My favorite part of it was learning kind of how they celebrate. So there's a few really big ways that they celebrate. The 2 ones that I want to talk about were, first of all, it's a lot about the moon, right? So a big part of it is if they're able, they get out to somewhere where they can see the moon. And the moon is in its fullest stage. And the thought is, this is so cool. It's about reunion and harmony, right? That no matter where you are on the world, whether your relatives or friends or family members are far, far away in the world, you can all see the moon in its fullest stage at the same time on that day. Isn't that cool? I mean, it was probably even more meaningful in years past when they didn't have the instant technology where you could just text people and call people in an instant. Just knowing that the people on the other side of the world are seeing the same moon as you. That's very special, right? So they have this saying. Let me read it to you so I don't kill it. But it's called, "Though far apart, we are all under the same moonlight." I thought that was kind of beautiful. So they all go out, and if they're able to, they go out to a beach or a rooftop, and they just admire the moon together. Kind of cool, huh? And then the second one is the one I'm sure you've heard of. If you're on any VIPKID Facebook groups and whatever, you'll probably think of this as the mooncake holiday. And they spend a lot of time talking about mooncakes. It's just kind of funny to me. It's such a big deal. Picture the turkey for Thanksgiving. it's not a holiday unless you have a mooncake. And one funny thing, Erin from Lingobus, who was doing the chat, she talked about the difference between sweet foods in America and sweet foods in China. And she said that mooncakes are like very sweet for Chinese people. But for Americans, it's just like normal sweetness. Isn't that funny? So she said that they're, little cakes. They have cute designs on them. And a big part of it is you give cakes to special people in your life. So it's kind of like, how many mooncakes did you get? That kind of thing. And you can give them to your colleagues, to your family members, to your spouse, whatever. And the giving it in a box, the box or the packaging is almost as important as the taste of the cake. And there's 4 main kinds of mooncakes, and it's kind of a fun, special part about this festival. So I have never had a mooncake. I didn't even realize, honestly, that it was such a big deal until today. So I went and took their advice, and I went on Amazon right afterwards. I didn't order a real mooncake. Here's why. I know it won't get here in time for me to do it with the students tomorrow. Tomorrow is the actual day of the festival. Tomorrow, the 13th of September is the actual day of the festival. But what I got was, it's like a press, and you could use it for cookies. Like you could use a cookie recipe and just press the mooncake design onto it. Or they had a great idea that you could use it with Play-Doh, and you could do it as a reward in your classroom. So you could just get a chunk of Play-Doh and do the mooncake press, and you get a blue mooncake, you get a red mooncake, or however you want to use it. So I'm going to get the press, because to me that's something I can use over and over and over and over and over for years to come, because I plan on doing this job for a long time. So that's one tip, is use mooncakes for your reward in the classroom. You can do this press thing that I'm going to do. You could order real mooncakes. You could either order them from whatever online place you like to order, or you can go to a Chinese market in your neighborhood. Oof, I live in rural Minnesota. There's not a lot of Chinese markets out here. I think ordering is my best idea. Or on the VIPKID website, on the portal, in the resources tab, there's a really cute little printable. It looks like a box of mooncakes, and you can like cut out the mooncakes and give the kids a mooncake for their reward. So that's a really fun way to do it. So the last thing was that they taught us how to say Happy Mid-Autumn Festival, which is really cool. And I'll try to say it for you. Please don't make fun of my Chinese. But the first word is zhong, which means mid or middle. And side note, it's the same word you might hear the kids say when they say the name of China. China is zhongguo, which means middle country, because they thought that China was the center of the world. So zhongguo, so it's zhong. The second word is ju. I'll write it down here too in pinyin so you can see it. Ju. It's ju. I hope I'm saying that right. And jie. Chengju Jie, that means happy mid-autumn festival. Jie is festival, so you'll hear that one. And then the last part is Kuai Le, and Kuai Le means happy or celebrate. So it's, I hope I'm saying this right. Chengju Jie Kuai Le. Chengju Jie Kuai Le. I'm really self-conscious about speaking Chinese, because I know I don't have the tones correct and everything, but that's how you do it. And we had fun trying to say it, and it was just a really fun workshop. I learned a lot. If you're just curious and want to be a learner, it's really beneficial to learn about Chinese culture, because you are teaching these kids every day. And if you care about the kids, then you should care about what's important to them. And this is a really big deal in our life. So, one other tip, one other thing I remember is they said that they don't work on Friday of the Mid-Autumn Festival. So it's a 3-day weekend. So that might impact your bookings, although the teachers were writing comments throughout class, and a lot of them have a full schedule for the next couple days. So, and Erin from Legal Bus was like, well, there's no school, so the parents are like, you get to do more classes. But I hope you have a great week. If you are Chinese and celebrating Happy Mid-Autumn Festival, I won't try to say it in Chinese again. I'm sorry if I butchered your beautiful language. And I hope you all are having a great day, and happy teaching. Bye.